Hello everybody, this is a Lighthouse Hall of Fame film. From the North American server, it's me and my VK1602 Leopard. And we're back in Malinovka. We just saw Winneonka in the previous battle. Do it from the west side and show you how to passive spot. Now I'm going to show you the same map from the opposite spawn. There are 2 artillery apiece and 3 scouts apiece. This is a tier 7 battle. We have a lot of TDs up toward the top of our lineup, and the enemy has a little bit more mediums than anything else. So they're going to be a little bit more mobile. Our heavies are lower tier heavies, so I don't know how the battle on the hill's going, because with our TDs and heavies, I don't know if we're going to be able to keep the hill. But my plan is to go up into the middle and provide early spots. I've already told my team to expect the spots and clicked over near the enemy spawn. I know this is kind of risky with 3 scouts, but they don't seem like they're good scouts, so I'm going to consider the fact they won't be brave enough to come up here, and I'll go straight into the bush in F5. Position my tank to where I'm hopefully going to be hidden from tanks that move up here. And look at all the spots I get. Tons of spots early on. Now this really isn't ideal because everybody on your team's shooting at different targets, but when you go to a bush like this right at the beginning, it's frequently just what happens. So you take all the spots. The good thing is you get to see how many of them are going up on the hill, and then you just hope your team manages to shoot enough at the same tank that they kill a few instead of getting damage on 15 different tanks and killing nobody. You really want to eliminate guns here. I'm watching that T-37. I don't want him to see me. There's an extra. I have concealment because of that bush. I need the T-37 to die or move back. I'm asking people to shoot it, both by clicking on it and by saying in chat, T-37, man, get rid of that dude. He's my threat. Now, I don't get a 15-0 whitewash on this one. It's 3-1 right now, but we have a big early lead in tanks killed and damage produced. 4-1. We have a couple tanks headed up to the north. Not many, but enough. That should be able to hold that flank. And I clicked attack. I was trying to focus on that one tank, and I missed my spot there. So I'm moving a little bit more over to the left. I don't want these tanks up in the C5, D5 area to see me. So I'm trying to put a little bit more bush between me and them. Here comes the Chaffee. He's who I'm worried about. He has pretty good view range. If he doesn't see me right there, I'm good. The lead continues to grow, 6-1. Our forces meet up on the hill. E25 versus Scorpion. But the Scorpion has backup. Oh, and there's an IS too. That'd be an interesting fight. 7-1. As long as I have spots, I'm not moving. 8-1. The Panther M10's trying to move across the middle. He's moving in on our bishop. We have a heavy and a light up there. Hopefully I can take him out. And I decide to shoot as well. I know I'm going to get spotted by the 43, so I start moving right away. Trying to help save the bishop's life there. And so now everybody's starting to move across the field down south. I'm trying to get into a position where I can shoot at the 43 without getting seen. That IS on the enemy team may actually end up winning the hill, but it's too little too late as far as they're concerned. He's going to get swamped. Didn't really have a good position on the M4, so I'm going to reposition, see if I can come in from his side. And he dies. 2 already in the IS left. That VK is giving the IS fits up on the hill. He's circling him, and oh, he finally dies. He held out for a long time. Is the S-51 trying to die? Thought he was trying to drown. I get the birch gun. Now just the IS up on the hill. So off we go. Meanwhile, a couple people cap. Only one person, the KV-85, stayed on cap. Said, okay, go chase the IS. I'm sitting here. IS is coming toward me, so I'll just dance with him around the church here. I don't know if I'm going to get to shoot or not, but I know I don't want to let him shoot me. He's going to run on. I'm going to get to shoot to the back of him. Get a little bit of damage, just hoping for a fire, but I didn't get it. And there it goes. 15-4. All because of passive spotting in the beginning. You get a bunch of spots, your team's on the ball, they shoot a bunch of tanks, you end up with an easy win. It's that simple. That's how hard scouting is now. It's a lot harder than that. One of the tricks to passive spotting, like you saw last time, Malinovka was running out of spots, so he bush hopped forward. In this case, I didn't have to bush hop because the other team was already devastated. I shot at the M10 and I blew my cover, so it was just move to the west and hope I get concealment back before anybody shoots at me. And then it's kind of just trying to flank people and move into position where you can get shots and hopefully not get shot back at. So from that point on, I wasn't really passive anymore. It was just kind of search and destroy freestyle play. But we had a huge lead by then. There wasn't any need to passive spot anymore because our whole team invaded to the northwest, and so everybody was basically providing their own spots. They didn't need me to do it. So it's just go around and try to help damage and kill. You have to know when to go forward and when to bush hop, or when to make your delayed rush, or when to just join the hunt and start using your gun, because that's the only way left to contribute to your team. And that's really all there is to passive spotting, seriously. You learn how to set up in a bush and conceal your tank, make adjustments as needed depending on where the enemy's showing up. Do I need to move to the other side of the bush? Do I need to move forward, backward? Do I need to change position altogether because I'm going to be seen here? Better to move before I'm seen than afterwards. Know where to go, because you can find a great bush to hide in, but if it isn't in a position that lets you see tanks, it's worthless. And then know when can I fire my weapon, when can I not, and then when do I move forward. Do I keep passive spotting when I move forward, or do I just join the hunt? There's not a lot to learn, but it takes a long time to get really good at it, and the only way to do it is to practice, knowing that you're going to make some mistakes. You watch films like this and see other people do it, but until you do it yourself, and until you die several times doing it, until you make the wrong decisions several times doing it, it's just a matter of practice and patience and not giving up on yourself. Because I guarantee you, every one of the people you see in the Hall of Fame doing these passive spotting missions, the next time they try to go to that bush in Malinovka, they may run directly into an enemy scout and they may die within the first 30 seconds of the battle. There's always going to be failure mixed in with success, no matter how good you are. So don't get frustrated if you're trying to learn scouting and you have a couple bad missions in a row. Watch your replays, realize what went wrong and how you could have avoided it. Sometimes it's just bad luck and there's nothing you can do. And then keep trying it and get better and better and better. And someday you'll be put in a battle here and we'll be talking about you. Happy hunting.